Everyone, this is Amy Napier, and today I'm going to show you how to use DocHub to complete the assignments that I've loaded onto the high school history site. You will need this whether you're doing government, Oklahoma history, U.S. history, or world history. What this will allow you to do is actually type on the worksheets that I have loaded as your assignments. This will prevent you from having to print off anything or actually buy any workbooks. So you can see right here would be an example of where there would be a worksheet that you would need to complete, or worksheets from the Discovery Ed site. So what I'm going to show you is one that's with the Discovery Ed site. So when I click in this box, you're going to see that I can open the worksheet, and it's going to ask me how I want to open it, and I'm going to open it in DocHub. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to add that to your Chromebook or your personal computer if you don't already have that. So as you can see right here, if you've never added anything, you can go to the Google Web Store for extensions, and right here in the search bar, I just want you to type in DocHub, and it is one word. And as you can see, I already have added this to my computer because it says added. If it is not already on your computer, then over here, you're just going to select the button that would say add extension. And so once you have that added, now that you have your worksheet pulled up, you should be able to open with DocHub. It will not be necessary for you to actually buy the paid version of DocHub. For what you would need to do, the free version would be just fine. So where you see right here, upgrade to Pro, this is not necessary. Now, as you can see, now that the worksheet is opened in DocHub, you now have access to all of the blank spaces where you can actually type in your answer. So as I type right here, my answers are going to show up. And once I'm done, I recommend that you actually sign your paper. So you can create a signature. You can see I have a few here. So I'm going to take my name and I am going to go ahead and add it right here to the top of the paper. This way, if your teacher does decide to print something, or they pull several assignments for different people, they're going to know this one is yours. So when I'm finished and I know that I want to, all of my answers are correct, it's going to save it for you without any problem. Now you can see that there are several other options of things up here where you can go in, you can delete some things, you could highlight things if you wanted to. If you opt to want to print that from home, you can print it from home, and there's also the back buttons if you make a mistake somewhere and you want to just do the back button. Now, when you're done and you're ready to turn in your assignment, what I am going to do is I'm going to show you two different ways. I recommend that you use it through the Google Drive and have a folder set up with your teacher. So if you're taking the U.S. history class, I would go ahead and create a Google folder for U.S. history and share that with your teacher. So when you come right over here, you're going to use the arrow where it says download or export. Now you're going to see there's several options. Now, for the free version on email, you only have the option to email 3 times a day assignments to anyone. So if your teacher decides to use this for more than one class, 3 assignments can go rather quickly. Now, if your teacher does use Google Classroom, you do have that option, as well as the OneDrive if that's something you set up with your teacher. I'm going to recommend for my students to do the Google Drive. Once you have that folder set up, once you click on Google Drive, you can see that you can go ahead and send it to your Google Drive. Now, once you get it to your Google Drive, then all you're going to need to do is drag and drop that into the folder that you have shared with your teacher, and then that way they can go in every week for grades and they can check and make sure your assignments are done. If you are not sure how to use Google Drive, that's something I recommend you talk to your teacher about. Now, your other option is to download it to your computer. If you and your teacher haven't set up a Google Drive yet, you can click download to computer and go ahead and click the download button. and it may take a few minutes, but you're going to end up right here at the bottom. You're going to have your assignment. As you can see, my name is on here. I erased all my answers, so none of the answers are showing up. But if I still had answers typed here, my answers would be there as well. You can choose to do it this way and save it and just do save as a document and also email that to your teacher that way. It's easier. Um, I would make sure when you're doing it that way, it's going to be even more important that you remember to sign your name at the top. If you have any questions, go ahead and feel free to talk to your teacher. And then if they have any questions on how to do that, you can go ahead and they can also ask me. A couple other things about the history site I'm going to go ahead and show you is that there are going to be for each class, no matter which class you're taking, well, for U.S. history, world history, and government, you are going to have a resource page. The resource page is where this video is located, but it's also where your crash course links are located as well. So if you're in one of those classes, you will not be able to access the link by clicking on one of these pictures. What you're going to need to do is go ahead and open the link, and it will actually take you to the crash course site. And that is where you're going to find your video. You can see that some of the courses have several more pages. Next to each crash course assignment, I've tried to tell you what page that was on. So let's go back up here to the top and I'll give you an example. So right here, your first assignment, it says to watch the U.S. History Crash Course video reconstruction. And so it's got the number for you, and it's also got what type of worksheet it is. But down here at the bottom, it tells you that it's on page 2 of your crash course. So when you're in the U.S. history on your resource page, you can see for this one, I've actually added the pages separately. So you would want to make sure and go to crash course 2. Now on some of them, I've just added them as one length. So this would be for our world history. I've still explained to you which page it would be on, but you will have to go through and find the page yourself. So once you open the link, down here at the bottom, you can see that you can actually change which page you're on to find the videos. So I hope you enjoy using this U.S. history class, the world history, Oklahoma history, and government. Oklahoma history is going to be our biggest difference simply because there is no Discovery Ed for Oklahoma history. So I have several stories and different things on here that you're going to be doing. But again, you will be needing DocHub. But I have everything located for you right here next to your assignment. So again, if you have any questions, please contact your teacher first. And then if your teacher has questions on how to use DocHub, they can get with me and I can see if I can give you the help you need. Thanks and enjoy your school year.